From lemonade stands to gig work, summer side hustles can be a great way for Sacramentans to earn extra cash. But could your passion project require permits, tax forms, or even a business license? Before your side gig causes business burnout, we'll get stress-free tips to making money without making mistakes. Let's welcome mom of two and lawyer Ramona Morgan. Good to have you, Ramona.
Hi, Desiree. It's great to be here.
Yes, always happy to have you on, Ramona. And you're a lawyer who's worked with businesses and creatives. So why is
Yes.
this subject of side hustles really important to you?
Well, I work with founders and entrepreneurs every day as a business attorney, and I really, really love this because this is where it all starts. These initial sparks of inspiration, these businesses as they start, whether it's making jewelry, whether it's designing clothing, this is where you can have the start of something really meaningful. And so it's important to know the steps you can take in terms of compliance to help your business grow. And it's also really good to know that at this stage, you don't need investors and you don't need a business plan, but you need to have an idea of how to comply as you grow.
And can you help us better understand, when does a side hustle actually become a business under the law?
Sure. So the concept here is really when it becomes a regular activity and when it becomes part of a larger plan and when it starts to look like a business instead of just something that you've done sporadically. So we're going to be looking in terms of, is this something you're regularly doing? Certainly if you're advertising it and if it's going beyond a circle of friends and family.
And are there any tax rules that people should know about as well?
Yes, yes. So we do have a couple of fixed numbers. The IRS is thinking once you get to making over $400 a year, that you should be doing a self employment tax return. And for the state of California, they're looking to see if you're selling goods, you really should be collecting sales tax. So you're going to need a sales tax certificate. And then locally in Sacramento, you might need a business permit. And so each of those different layers is something you're going to look at in figuring out if you're above that threshold and you're starting to look a little bit more like a business.
And what if it's something small, like just like a lemonade stand or dog walking? Are there things we need to pay attention there with those types of side hustles?
Right, right. Great question. So even though it feels like it sometimes, IRS doesn't come for every single dollar you've got. So if you do have a lemonade stand, and if that's something that your kids are doing, or if you're an adult and you're giving something a try, you're certainly welcome to do that. Once you grow and you have, say, multiple lemonade stands, or you're making more than a certain amount of money, then it really does look like a business. But for those initial sort of forays into it or something that's sporadic, you do have that threshold. So below $400, you're fine. Once you get a little bit more serious, it does start to look like a business.
And if someone wants to go about it the right way, where should they start, especially here in Sacramento?
Right. So the city of Sacramento has a small business hub, and you can go online. You can see all the information that's there. It's really, really a wonderful resource for small businesses to get a sense of whether or not you need a permit, and then what other sort of resources that you can find. You can even find links to grants for small businesses. So it's really a
Oh,
wonderful resource worth checking out. Right.
yeah, that's good to know, and to know that those resources are there. And we want to make extra
Yeah.
money without falling into the trap of hustling backwards. So what's your kind of golden rule for side hustlers who want to keep it legal without drowning in just a lot of paperwork?
You know, hold on to your vision. That's the most important thing. If you picture yourself selling to a large number of people, hold on to that vision. In the meantime, for what you're actually doing, make sure that you have the appropriate compliance. So you might not even be at a level yet of
Hmm.
where you need to file a bunch of forms, but keep that larger vision in mind, and then access resources that make it easy for you, like the portal I mentioned, but also look at some apps that will help you with some of the accounting aspects. But that's my main message: is that keep a keep a hold on the bigger vision, and you can make it happen.
I love to hear it, Ramona. Always a pleasure having you on the show with your legal advice. And to our viewers, for more legal
Thank
advice from the lawyer mom herself, you can head to ramonamorgan.com.